Alright, sun's out, so I want to do a quick ride to check out a couple things. One is to see what type of temps I'm getting now that I've got the radiator installed. I actually was looking on the Sport D module. It stores the maximum temperatures. For my last ride I was actually getting 120 Celsius, which is 248 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm using that as my baseline to see how much lower it gets with the radiator installation. And then also with the tune that I did up at Writer's Block last weekend, I want to see what kind of top speed I'm getting. Before the tune, and actually before the cam also, I was getting 72 miles an hour as a top speed, so that's something that we'll check out at the same time. And then I also installed the Racing Bros full suspension kit. The spring kit that I had installed on this bike previously I put into the 2019 Monkey. So I've been making some adjustments to this. I think I've got it dialed in, but I'll keep my little 3mm Allen key with me so that I can make adjustments as I see fit too. So let's get on the bike. Alright, so I've been riding around for about 10 minutes and the engine's sitting at a very frosty 66, 67 degrees Celsius. When I was riding around last weekend, when I was just getting to the stoplight, it was getting close to 100 degrees Celsius. So it's 69. It is creeping up. It's an air-cooled engine, so when you're stopped, air is not flowing through the fins, and it's going to warm up a bit. But even here, 70, 71, that's still pretty good. And my guess is as soon as I get going again, it's going to get back down to the 60s quickly. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see the Sport D clearly. The reflection's not too good, but back down 68, 69 degrees. But the bike feels great. The suspension's amazing. It just gives so much more control to the bike. And sitting here at 50 miles an hour, fourth gear like nothing. Yeah, I'm heading to the freeway so that I can try to really get on it. With 57 here, this is probably 3/4 throttle. And I'm also not tucked, so I'm a bit of a windsail here. Lane filtering feels so illegal to me, having lived in other places on motorcycles where you can't do this. Okay, so I think the only road where I can do the speeds that I want and that's flat enough to get a fair reading is a toll road. So I went home and I picked up the toll tag out of the Supra, and we're going to hop on a highway here and see what kind of top speeds we're getting. You can't read anything off of the Grom screen, but I've got the GPS going, and yeah, I got the and the Sport D here to keep an eye on engine temps. This is actually amazing how much cooler the Kitaco cooler is keeping the engine. I was looking at the highest reading that I picked up, which was 82 Celsius, and again I got 120 degrees Celsius on my last big ride right before I installed the cooler. So 82 Celsius is like 180 degrees Fahrenheit, and 120 degrees Celsius is about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's almost a 70-degree drop in maximum temperature, which is insane. And all right, so I've just got a left turn here and then I can hop on the highway. It's only a 2-lane highway, but I'm hoping that there's a big enough gap that I can try to get up to a top speed, and I hopefully don't have to stay on for too many exits, because I think it's 50 cents for every exit. So the production costs of this video are going up. I hope this toll tag stays on. It would suck if it flew off. slight incline. Then it levels out pretty good. So I think I saw, yeah, it shows 74 miles an hour there as the top speed. So maybe only a couple miles per hour faster than it was before, but it definitely felt like it got up to speed a lot quicker than it did previously as well. This is also redlining now in 4th gear, which I don't think was happening before I did the cam and the tune. But again, even after that, the temperature gauge is only reading 66 degrees Celsius, which is insane, because when I was getting close to 74, 75 miles an hour last time that I was doing this, that's when it was showing like 115 or 120 degrees Celsius. So really big difference in the cooling. So anyway, just a quick video on the performance difference on some of the mods that I've made recently. Maybe a couple of miles an hour faster top speed on the Grom, but most impressed by how much lower the operating temps are when I'm doing high speed runs like that. And again, just cruising around the town, much lower than it was before. So really happy with that, and the overall performance of the bike, particularly the suspension. I'm going to keep dialing it in, but it's great that it's got both rebound and compression adjustments to make so that I can get exactly where I want. And I'm also now trying to figure out what type of rear suspension I want to do on the bike. There's a lot of options. The 22 has it's either slightly longer or slightly shorter than the previous generation. I guess you can use it, but companies are coming out with 22 specific models. The Öhlins one has a external can which goes where my intake is currently, so I don't think that would work. But there's quite a few other options that I'm working through. So more videos to come on that once I get that figured out. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and keep on building.